Welcome. This is Abby and Joy, inviting you all to our world. A positive space where we can hopefully inspire, empower, and grow together with optimism. Hashtag truly Maka Proud. Welcome to our podcast. This is Avi
and Joy.
And for today's episode is all about how to manifest your goals using our own system. Di ba, Day?
That's correct. So, without further ado,
Yes, Day?
how do you define goals, Avi?
Goals, pasabot ana niya is, are the results you want to achieve in your life. Yeah?
And when it comes to achieving goals, it could be a short-term and a long-term goal, right?
Correct.
How do you set your goals? Do you have any systems in place in how you set your goals?
Yes, but before that, we will define unsay ay system, no?
Yes. So how do you define systems?
System is the processes na that lead to those goals or result, di ba? Sakto?
Sakto.
So, as you mentioned earlier, so what are my system?
That's correct. So how do you set your goals? Unsa imong like process or sistema in achieving your goals or making a goals?
Since nurses, I think this is quite familiar if you're a nurse. But because of this system, I applied it in every aspect of my life, whether it's financial, travel, barod, personal, and I find it effective. What we called apay.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Kabaw kay apay, Day?
I think so.
I think so. As if bird, no? So, also may apay, Day?
So, APAI stands for A for assessment,
Correct?
P for planning,
Perfect.
I for implementation,
Correct.
and E evaluation. Am I right?
Correct. Bigyan ng jacket. Bigyan ng jacket.
Bigyan ng jacket,
Kuya
Kuya.
Will. Yes, Dai. So, I find that system organized because it's been categorized from start to finish.
Oh, that's correct. And if it helps you, in creating your goals, that's absolutely fine. So when you're doing your assessment, how do you do it?
In a patient, like for example, we do our assessment by identifying the problem or the complaints of that patient. But in terms of our life, assessment meaning about yourself, you need to assess if you're really ready to pursue that kind of goal. You need to be honest with yourself that you really wanted something, but you need to be, what do you call this one? You need to live up with it. So it's more likely assessment about yourself if you're really, or if you're really into, you really decided to go to that. Like, you need to believe in yourself that you can do it.
It's more of like identifying what kind of goals you want to achieve.
Sure.
It's either if it's a short-term or a long-term goal.
Correct.
With assessment, do you do like a SMART approach?
Wow, smart. Marag lisod na. Kaya marag ka smart. Smart.
Meaning to say, are you specific in terms of your goals, measurable, attainable? Are you being realistic and time-bounded?
Yes, I do it because it's more organized. Because you know how to identify which part is that, and you really need to like what I read in the Pinterest, like a goal is something that has a deadline. Dili lang na siya like in the wind that you want something, no?
So you need, or you're trying to achieve it.
True.
Yeah. So how about planning? How do you do your planning?
The planning stage is, since you already believe in yourself and you're already committed to do that goal, so the planning is, diha na ma-fall ang small-term goals and long-term goals. small goals meaning daily, weekly, and even monthly
Okay.
na ma-achieve nimo. But when it comes to long term, that's for the future. Like it will take you years to fulfill it, but it's still a goal. Sakto ba, day?
Yeah, sakto. Sakto good siya. And that's where you will be more organized, isn't it?
Correct.
In planning your goals. As you've mentioned, with your small term goals, it could be your daily, weekly, monthly, and your long term goals, it could be like in a year's time or in few years times that you want to achieve.
Yes.
So how do you like organize in terms of like planning? Do you write it in a piece of paper or in your phone?
I always bring my notebook with me, like an organizer. It's not really a fancy organizer when I look back, but now that I can afford those dotted notebooks now I want to handwrite it because it's my way of retaining my goals, because it gives me an affirmation about anything, and if I can scan it from time. I also put it in a like Google Docs or iPhone notes. It's really helpful for me. Wala may iPhone, di okay na dyan ng Microsoft Word, no? Or Notepad.
Yeah, anything that you can write on, or you can, retain, what sort of
Yes.
goals you want to achieve. Like, as you've mentioned, similar to me, I have like a notebook where I put all my goals, and even sometimes I just put it in my Apple Note, because if I'm going out, I don't normally carry nowadays a large or medium size of bag. I like it everything to be like compact size. So sometimes all of a sudden, there's just like a certain ideas in your mind, and it could be like a goal. Then you just have to write it in your notes in your phone, and you can transfer it in your notebook when you get home.
True.
Yeah. So how about implementation? How do you implement your goals?
So implementation meaning how you execute na. This is the time that you already have the planning, so you have a guide. So now it's about the system that you need to do every day. Like if I'll do a small term goals, I'll make sure that I keep a Google Calendar. It's helpful for me to
That's
be able
good.
to do it. Like from this time, I do what you call this one, blocking of my dates for this week. Like from 8 to 10, I will do this kind of stuff. From 10 to 12, I will do this one. I have a break time. That's how I organize and do it. I don't know if some of you will apply that one, but it works for me to have that kind of calendar. I also do a to-do list on that day. I normally do only four tasks, because I know every day there's always a lot of things to do. But I always put the 4 major tasks that I need the prioritization. Example, if I wanted to have I have a deadline for a said meeting for this day, I'll make sure to do it first. Because if you start your day, you still have energy. So I allot my energy on the things that needs to be done on that day, because as time passes by, your energy will be lowered down. So at least I've already fulfilled what I need to fulfill on that day. So I'll cut off lang 4 lang yun, 4 per day. Mo na siya. Ako.
And if I may add also, because you're doing implementation, you need to have like a drive and discipline in really pursuing your goals or achieving your goals.
Yes.
Because if you are like distracted with other stuff, like noises in the background, then it will take time for you to achieve your goals, isn't it?
Correct. Also, like, I read it in the Atomic Habits. It's really a good book, a must-read book, good, in how to have good habits and remove your bad ones. Is that people often choose products not because of what they are, but because of where they are. Vision is really powerful sensory abilities. Like, as you notice in the grocery, once you go to the counter, there's a lot of chocolate bar.
Yeah.
You didn't plan to buy that one, but because you can see it already, you are tempted to get there. So example, if you want to lose weight, So make sure if you want to eat a lot of veggies or fruits, make sure that you can visibly see it, like put it in a dining table. So by then, but once you wake up in the morning, you can grab it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. And then if you don't want to eat a lot of chips or like junk foods, you can just store it so that it's not easy for you to see it, isn't it?
Yeah, that's correct. And when it comes to your evaluation, how do you see like if you've achieved specific goals or still achieving it?
Evaluation is the stage wherein you can backtrack what is your long term and small term. Because you write it down, like myself, I write it down, I can reevaluate myself what I did to accomplish that goal. If ever I did not accomplish that kind of goal for that specific year, I can learn what are my mistakes on why I haven't achieved that dream or that goal of mine. So by next time, I won't do that again.
Yeah.
It's about reflecting and relearning yourself on what you did right and what you did wrong. Not really wrong, but what you need to not do the next time. Hinana gani?
Yeah, it's true. It's more of like a reflection, because you know when you read in your notebook, like what are your goals, for instance, then you'll be able to like, oh yeah, I've achieved this one, so it's just like out of your list now, and then there's another goals that probably you want to achieve in the future. So it's more of like a reflection.
Correct.
If you've done if you've managed to achieve your goal.
As in, and I believe that goal can be changeable because it's only the most constant thing in this world is change.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
your situation will change as well as your goals. Like before, my goal is to be in the previous episode, diba, Avril Lavigne. Pero as time pass by, na-accept na nako nga diligent ko pa di ma Avril Lavigne, no? Kaya
Yeah.
atong ilong kay Pinoy kayo. So, ana gani, as time pass by, as you mature, your goals will also be mature.
Yeah.
Like now, you just want peace of mind. Inana nga mga goals ba? So, never ever get unmotivated if your goal is not achievable. Like myself, before I really wanted to just have a MAC lipstick, but it took me a lot of years to be able to own one MAC lipstick just right now. And pila pa to, like high school days pa to nako, di ba? Pero na-achieve na ko siya just right now. So, never ending ang goal. Well, yes.
And I mean, the only constant as well in this world is change, as you've mentioned. And you never stop learning. So
Yes.
through your evaluation, you can still learn. In terms of like your journey in achieving certain types of goals.
Correct.
And as well as don't be hard on yourself. Don't put too much pressure in yourself, because the more you put pressure on yourself, the more you get frustrated. So it's okay not to achieve a goal, for instance, in a year time. Like for example, if your goal is to achieve or buy a property or purchase a property in a year and it didn't happen, meaning to say there might be some instances along in the process that you did not do, in terms of like you might not be saving enough for you to have enough money to purchase a property. So it's more of like a learning as well. It's a good learning curve as well.
Correct. I think what I really learned about that kind of the book Atomic Habits is that many people think they lack motivation, but what they lack is really clarity.
Wow,
Wow.
pak na pak.
Pak na pak. Baka naman, James Clear, the author of the book, no? Charot. Truly, sometimes we want to achieve a lot, but it's not really clear why we really want to achieve that. But once you cut off on the things that you really didn't want at all, and just focus on the things that you really love, like you're passionate about it, then it will be a crystal clear. It will be just be an icing on your cake.
And I think it's more of like prioritization as well.
Yes.
What are the goals that you wanted to achieve or you wanted to prioritize first?
Correct.
And I think if you're setting too much goals and you wanted to achieve it in like instantly, then you get frustrated with yourself.
As in,
Yeah.
yeah, so that's how life goes. Dun, just always believe that your goals will happen in the right time,
Yeah.
at the right place.
That's correct.
But you really need to, as what Joyet said, you really need to prioritize your goal and set aside the things that won't align to that goal. It's a bit of a sacrifice. It will take a while, but my God, it's worth it at the end.
That's true. And don't give up. Don't give up in achieving your goals.
Yes.
It can be like a short-term goal or a long-term goal, but don't give up. You will get there. You will achieve it.
Yes, salig lang na mo dahil.
Yes, salig lang. Tuo lang.
Tuo lang.
And always have hope na ma-achieve yun mo siya.
Yes.
With your hard work, with your perseverance, with your positive outlook in life.
Yes.
And
Self-control.
discipline and self-control. Yeah, that's true. And drive inner drive to achieve your goal. It will happen. No?
Mura jug madri.
It will happen. It will happen. If others can do it, so do you. Yeah, that's what I learned from my dad. Like, if others can do it, you can do it better.
Yeah.
Go lang yun, no? Adja lang yun permente.
Go. Mura grofaming man na day.
Adja lang permente.
Adja, laban.
Laban
Hindi
lang
na tamang
yun,
Japan kasi ginanatag laban
Japan.
Japan ani. Laban UK mi. Laban UK mi ani.
Alright, so
Yes.
this is the end of our episode 4.
Yes.
So at the end, we always have a Bisaya quote. So, Avir, are you ready?
Yes, Dai.
Always.
Always.
So, himuang rason ang imong mga kasakit para mabatunan ang pagkamadasigon.
In English, look your struggle as not something negative, but use it as a tool to motivate and strive you to become better.
Winner.
Maka proud. So we hope you enjoyed today's podcast and learn a thing or two to become the best version of yourself.
As we always say, every day is a learning. We are truly
Maka proud.
till the next one.
See you soon.